What does it mean to lose your name? The one piece of you that's supposed to be yours forever. For me, it was like waking up one day to find my reflection in the mirror replaced by a stranger's. My name was Emily, simple and unassuming, a gift from my father who died when I was 6. It was the last tether to him, a quiet reminder of his laughter and the way he'd call me Em, with a warmth that felt like home. But at 16, my mother, desperate to please her new husband, Richard, decided Emily wasn't good enough. She changed it legally to Anastasia, a name Richard thought sounded elegant and fitting for his vision of a perfect family. I wasn't consulted. I was erased. The day I found out, I was sitting at the kitchen table, homework spread out, when Mom slid a new ID card across to me. "Anastasia," she said, her voice bright with forced cheer. "It's sophisticated, don't you think?" Richard, sitting beside her, nodded approvingly, his smug smile making my stomach churn. I stared at the card, my old name gone, replaced by this foreign word that felt like a costume I was forced to wear. I wanted to scream, to tear it up, but I was 16, powerless, and living under their roof. So, I swallowed my anger, let it simmer, and carried Anastasia like a weight around my neck. School was worse. Friends I'd known since kindergarten stumbled over the new name, their confusion mirroring my own. Teachers raised eyebrows, and bullies found fresh ammunition. "Anastasia? Like the princess?" They'd mock, while I bit my tongue, hating how the name made me feel like a fraud. Mom didn't care. She was too busy playing the perfect wife, molding herself into Richard's ideal. He'd comment on my clothes, my posture, even my hobbies, as if I were a project to be refined. Mom nodded along, her own identity fading as she clung to his approval. I saw her shrink, and it broke my heart, but it also fueled my resolve. I wasn't going to disappear. For 2 years, I played along, answering to Anastasia, signing it on forms, hearing it echo in places where Emily should have been. But inside, I was still Emily, plotting, waiting. The day I turned 18, I felt a spark ignite. This was my chance to take back what was mine. I didn't just want my name back. I wanted to make a statement, to show Mom what it felt like to have your identity rewritten without consent. I spent weeks planning, my anger tempered by a strange, aching love for the mother she used to beta one who'd read me stories and promised I'd always be enough. I started with the legal paperwork. Reclaiming my name was surprisingly simple: a form, a fee, and a court date. The judge, a kind woman with sharp eyes, asked why I wanted to change it back. "Because it's who I am," I said, my voice steady. "It's the name my father gave me, and no one gets to take that away." She nodded, and just like that, Emily was mine again. But that wasn't enough. I needed Mom to feel the weight of what she'd done, not out of spite, but to wake her up. I planned a dinner, just the 3 of us, at their favorite restaurant. I wore my favorite denim jacket, the one Richard hated, and carried a small envelope. Over dessert, I handed it to Mom. "What's this?" she asked, her smile faltering as she opened it. Inside was a certificate, official-looking, with her name changed to Margaret, a name I'd heard Richard once say he preferred over her own, Susan. Her eyes widened, confusion giving way to shock as she read the forged document. It wasn't real. Of course, I didn't have the power to change her name, but the look on her face told me she believed it for a moment. "Emily, what is this?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Richard's face reddened, but I ignored him. "How does it feel, Mom?" I asked, my voice soft but firm. "To have someone decide who you are without asking? To lose the name that makes you you?" Her eyes filled with tears, and for the first time in years, I saw the woman who'd raised me, not Richard's shadow. She reached for my hand, but I pulled back, not ready to forgive yet. I explained the certificate was fake, but the point was real. "You changed my name to please him," I said, glancing at Richard, whose jaw was tight. "You let him erase me, and you're letting him erase you too." The restaurant felt too quiet, the weight of my words hanging between us. Mom didn't speak, but her tears said enough. Richard tried to interrupt, but I stood, leaving the envelope on the table. "I'm Emily again," I said. "And I hope you find Susan again too." Walking out, I felt lighter than I had in years. The city lights blurred through my tears, but they were tears of relief, not pain. I'd reclaimed my name, my identity, and in doing so, I'd planted a seed for Mom to reclaim hers. Months later, I heard she'd left Richard, started going by Susan again, and was trying to rebuild herself. She called me, her voice shaky but hopeful, asking to meet. I agreed, not because I'd forgotten the hurt, but because I believed in second chances for her, for us. Names are more than words. They're anchors to who we are. Losing mine taught me to fight for myself, and giving Mom a new name, even briefly, showed her what she'd lost. Sometimes, you have to shake someone's world to remind them who they are. And sometimes, in doing so, you find your own strength.